So you guys are always asking me what to do when you're down at Starbase. Obviously, going down to Starbase is #1, but after that, maybe you want to come check out Barbase. As you can see, this is a Starbase themed bar and grill. We're going to show you what it's like inside. This is a very laid back area here in Port Isabel. So we're still about 50 minutes away from Starbase. It's about a 37-mile drive. However, this is a great place to relax, catch up, and meet fellow Starbase enthusiasts.
We wanted a place for people to be comfortable, like you're coming home, like you're walking into your grandma's house. Come on in.
So this bar is called a Hopper Haus, and this is, again, like I said, at Port Isabel. You might be able to hear there's live music in the background, and there's usually live music most nights. Let's see what it looks like inside.
You know, we're SpaceX fans. It's me, my sister, and our husbands and my nephew. So it's owned by 5 owners. We're all family. So my nephew pretty much runs the bar all at night, with all the younger kids kind of come out at night. But when we have music, it's also, you know, older couples, older families. It's really just a mishmash of all kinds of people. They come in here mostly to kind of hang out with each other, because they go to Starbase and you can drive by it, right? But then what else is there, right? So this is kind of the hub for them to kind of hang out, and then they'll meet each other and they'll go do stuff together.
Almost 2 years ago now, Hopper Haus was born. This is a family-owned bar and grill, and this family loves SpaceX.
We're just SpaceX fans. We're like, hey, let's, you know, kind of throw some SpaceX names on the menu, that kind of thing. And
it took the 5 co-owners 5 months to renovate, and every time I visit this spot, there's always new SpaceX paraphernalia and space-themed items.
We did a lot of renovations. My brother-in-law pretty much did all the wood you see here. He did all that. He did the bar inside. It was a mesquite tree in the parking lot. It was like 80 years old. And we felt really bad about cutting it down. But we thought, well, let's just repurpose it. So he had it put it in a kiln. And it was in the kiln for, I think, a week. And then he made the bar out of the mesquite. Just kind of like a hub for people to talk about SpaceX. And that's kind of what we were doing anyway, when it wasn't our restaurant bar. It was a cafe, and we would come in and just talk and hang out, and we just wanted a place for people to come and just feel comfortable, you know, and then have good music and have good beer.
This location not only caters to SpaceX enthusiasts and locals who want to enjoy live music and space-themed beer, but a lot of SpaceX employees also enjoy this spot.
It's a hub for people to come hang out that want to talk about SpaceX. And you're right, you go over there and you can drive by it, but then you hit the beach and you're on Boca Chica Beach. And I guess there's Rocket Ranch. I haven't been there yet, but a lot of people stay at Rocket Ranch and they'll come here and they're like, I'm staying at Rocket Ranch, and they're asking us, where else do we go? But it's fun because we'll have all the turtle people, our customers. They're in here and they're good friends with all the SpaceX people. And I'm like, they're all, you know, and there's no arguing. You know, they all know that they're in support of the environment.
Right.
I think a lot of that gets overblown.
100%.
And it really does, because they really do like each other.
Yeah.
And they all know they're all just trying to, you know, the SpaceX, they're trying to go to Mars, and they're trying to do it the right way.
Right.
They had a beach cleanup on Boca Chica Beach. I think all the senior management of SpaceX were all out there with tents and everything, cleaning up the beach.
Many of you ask me what to do on your trip to Starbase. If you drive all the way down to Starbase, you can definitely spend several hours being there. However, this is a nice spot to get a great meal and enjoy meeting like-minded people. And when I say the food is good, I mean it. Well, I tell everyone, you know, if you're a fan, and even if you're not a huge fan, you should still try and come down here, because it really is like crazy to see it on the side of the road.
It's crazy that you're driving down that road, right? And it's a long, very long road. And there it is, like the Hopper's right there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And you would think there's like more security, but I guess that's when they do close off the beach when they're moving things around. That beach road, they'll close it off. And you can get notifications for that. I get the notifications, so I know when to tell people, just don't go down there. It's closed right now. They're moving things around. And so, you know, just that one road.
Right.
But the problem is a lot of the employees that's how they get here, right? So that's a huge road to go down a very long road, and then they have to come this way. So then they brought the hovercraft in. So now they have a hovercraft that brings the employees over here to Sea Ranch, which is great. So it's great for the island, it's great for us because they have quick access now. And so it's a lot, you know, Elon's thinking about his employees. He's like, well, how can they make this better for them? So he's got a hovercraft for them.
Yeah.
So, and it helps us as business owners and the island, you know, it helps the whole area, you know, to grow.
Jill says she actually had to work during the launch on 420, but she was definitely able to hear it and see it by standing on a table.
We were here, we had to work. So,
no.
So I know, but I stood on the picnic table and it was right there. I mean, we saw it, but it was cloudy. And my son actually had an RV over on Isla Blanca Park, and he took a video. It was so funny. He was asleep because he's not really a SpaceX fan, but he said his whole trailer's shaking. And he's like, and he's filming and he's running out of his RV, and then he caught it over there at Isla Blanca. I was here, some of us had gone across to LIV, and you could, you know, kind of see it right over there in that property over there. But I was not going to go over there. That was a madhouse. There were so many people on Isla Blanca.
I know. I went on Monday and then it was scrubbed, so I watched it from the roof of Margaritaville.
Oh, did you?
With the Musk family, so yeah, that's a better option.
Well, the launch scrub was good for us because then we had business that whole week.
Oh, yeah. I came
and
here.
Everybody hung out here, and they were all back here talking and all these conversations. It was like a meeting hub, sort of, for SpaceX fans. So it was great. And there was people from... we had people from Germany. We had people from London. There was a kid who put all his stuff in storage and was tenting on Isla Blanca Park. We had people from China. We actually put on the board, "Where are you from?" And it was people from all over for this launch. So it was really interesting.
I'm guessing that the Starship theme and SpaceX theme has like increased. I mean, even like your tap handles are little
that's
starships.
actually a customer. So I think it's Lance Friedrich, I think is his name. He's crazy. He's so funny. He does all that printing. I forget what it's
3D
called.
printing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he did those. So yeah, that was from him. And he's just customers, and we get a lot of stuff from customers or SpaceX fans. We have a tile up that's framed. We have a tile. We have people bring in parts of the launch pad. We have pieces of the launch pad. We have all kinds of stuff. These are pieces.
Right.
And these are the patches from the SpaceX guys.
Wow. So those are some big chunks. I got a little chunk that someone sent to me. Not actually a piece of the fondag, but a piece of the concrete. But those are like...
Yeah. Well, we had one that was this big with rebar sticking out of it.
Where is it?
Well, we had to relocate it to a house because it was just too big in here. But we didn't have a space for it. It was and it was dangerous. We have the Elondo. So the Elondo is like a Mexican Elon, which we call my husband because he's Mexican, and he likes to drink Fresca and Tito's. So we were like, let's just call it the Elondo and kind of put a Hispanic twist on Elon's name. And so we have a drink called the Elondo. We have the Hopper Falcon Dragon burgers. So, you know, we threw a couple things, but it's not over the top, you know, it's kind of subtle. It's not, we try to stay away from being too cheesy, you know, so we just want to just be kind of fun.
Is there cheese on the burger? Does that make it cheesy?
No, but you can add cheese for an upcharge.
That's awesome. And so, to my knowledge, Elon has not been here yet.
He has not. I mean, I would love to have Elon here, but we have a lot of fans here, YouTubers. We have the SpaceX employees. So we have a lot of the employees that come here. This is a customer that brought the tile. And this actually, you know who Dr. Phil Metzger is, don't you? Okay, so
yes, I've interviewed him many times.
It's a long story, but one of our bartenders, when the launch happened, you know, there was dust that came this way. So we got the dust off the bumper, and I sent it because Phil Metzger said, hey, I need some dust from 5 miles away.
Yeah.
So we sent it off.
Oh.
And after I sent it off, I thought, oh, great. What if this turns out to be a negative thing, right? And so I was a little worried, but I think everything's going to turn out okay. But anyways, we sent it back. That's all that's left of this sample. Wow. It was like this little sample. He sent it off to Houston, and they they kind of studied it to see if there was an environmental impact or whatever. So there's a paper coming out about that.
Right,
so
right.
That'll be coming out.
And he said that he was going to name you guys as like
He did.
co-authors.
As co-author, I was like, "How? That's awesome." Let him a co-author just because we sent in some dust.
Yeah.
But yeah, it came from actually our bartender Jay's bumper. So that was her sample, and I said, "I'll send it back to you." Because she's down in California, and I said, "Well, there's nothing left." It's just,
oh man!
But it's fine. We don't need it as long as it went to science. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
preliminary results are that it wasn't that big of a deal, and
no,
it wasn't
I think it's favorable. So,
right.
Yeah.
It wasn't the ejecta from the actual launch.
I really don't know for sure. I have not read the paper, but yeah, I'm sure it's favorable because we all lived here. We were here. And it was fine. I mean, it was just like a little bit, it was like sand.
Right.
You know. Now, Starbase Brewery is a brewery out of Austin. And they sponsor this stage right here. And they're two SpaceX fans that started the brewery in Austin. And they got permission to use the name Starbase for their brewery. So we have glasses from them. They give us glasses. Our distributor will give us glasses. And then we'll have pint nights for their. So we just got a new beer called Lunar Dust. And that's their brand new beer. All their beers are SpaceX names.
Well, let's see what you got.
Yeah.
There's
these
one in particular that I know pretty well.
So this, he does all these really cool ones. This is the newest one.
Ooh, that is
I don't think
really
cool. This is the newest one. The
Okay.
My brother-in-law makes all the shirts. He's made this one. And so we have an online store. He has cups, everything. So he's a graphic designer. He does all of the social media, everything.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video and get a chance to check out Hopper Haus on your next trip to Starbase. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment if you've ever been here or if you would like to go here. Thanks for watching Ellie in Space, and I'll see you in the next video.